There's no secret that I love meat and potatoes. I mean, what guy doesn't? It's the way to my heart. And when you take a piece of steak and crust it with brown sugar, top it with a watermelon salsa, and put it on a bed of whipped potatoes, well, that is the key to my soul. Sit back and relax today. I'm whipping up a perfect recipe for the guy or girl, I'm not judging, in your life. This is my brown sugar crusted ribeye with watermelon salsa. The rub couldn't be simpler. Just a few spices mixed into a bowl and then rubbed on the steak to allow the flavors to penetrate. The steak gets a good sear until it's nice and crusty, then it's off to an oven to finish cooking. We throw together a quick watermelon salsa that's perfect for the summer, and we serve the whole thing up over garlic, rosemary, mashed potatoes. And of course, everything we do, you know it's gotta be simple, easy, delicious, and just good food. So, let's get started. Got a ribeye steak here, got it from the grocery store. I happen to love ribeye with the bone in, because it adds lots of flavor. And thick, meaty ribeyes, they sort of have this nice marbling of fat that really takes on a whole other dimension to our steak. Got a cast iron skillet, so I'm gonna start to get warm here. And I'm going to start with the rub for our steak. So a little bit of salt is gonna go down. A little bit of pepper. All right, I'm gonna add 3 more ingredients. 4 more, who's got it? A little bit of chili powder on one side. A little bit of garlic powder, right, on the other side. And then a little bit of paprika. And last but not least, the star of the show, it's gonna be some brown sugar, baby. You know how we do it. Happen to love brown sugar. It's fantastic. So I'll put this on one side and massage the meat. I'm gonna flip it over and do the exact same thing to the other side. So now that we got our steak all nice and rubbed up, it's beautiful. This is exactly kind of what you want to see, that crust to get those flavors sit in. I'm working with cast iron here, right? It's super hot. So I'm gonna add in some oil, a little bit of, I'm gonna add in some olive oil, right to our pan. And that's gonna start to smoke and waft, that's what you want. Put our steak in, let it get nice and crusty on one side, flip it over, and our oven is preheated to 450 degrees for a really juicy steak. While our steak is in the oven cooking off, I've got some watermelon here. So I'm just gonna give this a quick dice, right? Nice and refreshing. This is gonna go sort of on top of our steak. This is a great condiment, right? It plays off of the brown sugar that's on the steak. And this is gonna be great, right? A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of savory. We're in for a good treat. So along to this, got a little watermelon. I'm gonna put in a little red onion because you can't have salsa without some onion. A little cucumber. I'm gonna season it up a little bit with a little bit of red wine vinegar, a little salt and pepper, and a little cilantro, and we're gonna be ready to enjoy this watermelon salsa. I'm just gonna throw in a little bit of apple cider vinegar, just like that. Just sort of wake up the flavors. A little bit of olive oil, everybody in the pool. Obviously our friends, a little bit of salt and pepper, and I'm gonna throw in a little bit of lime juice as well. This is perfect for summertime when everything's nice and ripe, and the limes are perfect. Watermelon's super sweet. All right, roll this out. I'm just gonna put a little bit of juice just in there, just like that. Perfect. All right, we give it a stir, and this is going to be great on top of our steak that's in the oven. It smells absolutely fantastic. Let me show you what else I'm working on, because we got the steak, we got the sauce, but we need something to put everything on to make it taste really, really good. And I've boiled up some potatoes, and I've stuck a rosemary sprig in the water, as well as some garlic cloves in the water as well. And now it's time to make mashed potatoes. Alright, so when you see that, that's our steak. Look at what this brown sugar has done. It's made it amazing. You can smell it. You can see it. If your mouth is not watering, you must be dead. Okay? Let me plate up. So I'm going to grab some of these whipped garlic rosemary potatoes with the butter and a half and a half. And this is super easy. We infuse great flavor because in the water that we boiled the potatoes in, we put in garlic and rosemary, huh? Look at me, thinking ahead. All right, here's our steak. This is gonna go right on top, just like that. Nice juicy steak. And let's get this out the way. And it's time for some of that salsa, some of that amazing fresh watermelon salsa that's like gonna be fantastic right on top. Just like that. All right, a little bit of juice. My mouth is watering. Going for a taste. Knife and a fork. I'm gonna get a little bit of steak. Oh yeah, that ribeye is perfect, perfectly cooked. A little bit of potato. I'm gonna get a little bit of the watermelon sauce to help cool everything down. Here we go. You ready? Perfect. Great flavor. The brown sugar, the cucumber. It's like a party. It's Friday night in my mouth. This is amazing. You gotta give it a try. The recipe is on my website. DariusCooks.com. Two things I gotta tell you. Food is my life. Life is my food. Until next time, I want to wish you happy cooking from my heart with one minute salsa to yours.